The life of Hinata Hyūga from Naruto. Hinata Uzumaki is a kunoichi of Konoha. Formerly the heiress of the Hyūga clan, she lost the position upon being deemed unsuited for the responsibilities of leading the clan. Nonetheless, Hinata persevered, and from her observation of Naruto Uzumaki especially, Hinata found an example to follow. Through her membership with Team 8, she sought to become strong enough to change herself, if even a little at a time. A few years after the 4th Shinobi World War, Hinata joined the Uzumaki clan after marrying Naruto. Welcome to the Amagi. In today's video, we're going to be going over the life of Hinata Hyūga. Before we begin, we publish a new video every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Also, if you're already subscribed, please double check. We've noticed that YouTube is unsubscribing some users without letting them know, and we would love it if you saw all of our videos. The Amagi's reach stretches beyond just this channel, so if you're a fan of us, please consider subscribing to our other channels and following us on all of our social media. Help us reach our goal of passing 100,000 followers on all of our accounts by the end of the year. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video. Background. Hinata is the oldest daughter of Hiyashi Hyūga. When she was still a child, Hinata was almost kidnapped by the then head ninja of Kumogakure, who was visiting Konoha under the guise of signing a peace treaty between their two villages. Hiyashi killed him and saved Hinata, setting in motion the events that would become known as the Hyūga Affair. Because Hiyashi was the head of the Hyūga clan, Hinata was raised to be its heiress, and her family expected great things from her. But even at a young age, her father came to believe that Hinata was not suited for the role of heiress, as she struggled under his gruesome training regime. On top of him also believing that her timid personality prevented her from truly excelling. When Hinata's younger sister Hanabi started displaying superior talent, Hiyashi began to reconsider Hinata's selection as heiress. In the anime, Hinata and Hanabi were pitted against each other to determine who would one day lead the Hyūga. Because Hinata was unwilling to harm Hanabi, a hesitation Hanabi did not share, she was defeated, disappointing her father. Hinata was then disinherited and turned over to the care of Kurenai Yuhi. On the day of her enrollment in Konoha's academy, Hinata was picked on by 3 bullies because of her unusual eyes. Naruto, despite not knowing her, immediately came to her defense, but he was outnumbered and knocked unconscious, and the bullies damaged the red scarf he was wearing. When he regained consciousness, Hinata thanked him for helping her and returned his scarf to him, but he let her keep it. Hinata started watching Naruto from that point onwards, and by doing so saw Naruto's desire to gain attention and his struggle to exceed the low expectations others had for him. Despite this, Naruto never lost faith in himself or his dream to become the Hokage. Hinata was inspired by this and started emulating Naruto, adopting his refusal to never give up as a means of earning her father's approval. In the anime, Hinata's growing affections for Naruto were noticed by the Hyūga's elders who warned her to stay away from him. Prologue, Land of Waves. In the anime, while the graduates of her academy class are being assigned to teams, Hinata hopes that she will be on the same team as Naruto Uzumaki. To her disappointment, she is instead added to Kurenai Yuhi's Team 8, along with Kiba Inuzuka and Shino Aburame. Kurenai reports this to Hinata's father, Hiyashi Hyūga, but he is unconcerned and in fact abandons Hinata to Kurenai's care, feeling she is unworthy of the Hyūga clan. Chūnin Exams. Despite how recently they graduated from the academy, Kurenai enters Team 8 into the Chūnin Exams being held in Konoha. Hinata agrees to participate because she wants to change herself. For the exam's first stage, Hinata is seated next to Naruto as they take a written test. The objective in the first stage is to cheat off the other examinee's paper without getting caught, but Naruto doesn't realize this and agonizes about potentially failing. Seeing this, Hinata offers to let him copy off her paper. He suspects she's trying to trick him, but she assures him that she only wants to be helpful. Although he considers taking her up on her offer, Naruto ultimately declines, fearing he'll get her disqualified if they're caught and claiming that, besides, he isn't the type to cheat. Although Naruto is given the opportunity to forfeit, he refuses to do so, and for his determination, he passes the first stage along with Hinata and their teams. For the second stage, participants enter the Forest of Death with the objective of obtaining a set of 2 scrolls, one of which they're given at the start. Team 8 manages to collect their second scroll right after the second stage is started, and so they head for the center of the forest where they're supposed to turn in the scrolls. Along the way, Kiba's partner, Akamaru, senses the 3 Sand siblings fight with Team Shigure. Team 8 watches the fight from the cover of some nearby bushes and are horrified when Gaara mercilessly kills all of Team Shigure. After they're certain Gaara won't kill them too, they proceed to the center of the forest. After passing the second stage, the remaining participants take part in one-on-one preliminary matches. During Naruto's fight with Kiba, Hinata's loyalties are torn. She wants to cheer for Naruto, but fears that would be rude to Kiba. When Naruto wins the fight, Hinata gives both him and Kiba some of the Hyuga clan's secret ointment so their wounds will heal faster. As he's being taken away to rest, Kiba pleads for Hinata to forfeit if she's matched against Gaara or her cousin, Neji Hyuga. She is indeed matched against the latter, a member of the Hyuga clan branch house who hates all members of the main house. Neji, like Kiba, tries to convince Hinata to forfeit, telling her that she's too meek and insecure to be a ninja. She begins to offer arguments in her defense, but Neji persists, claiming that she is fated to be a failure, a fact that he believes she's aware of due to her frightened reaction to what he says. Neji's words cause Hinata to cry, but also anger the watching Naruto, who insists that Hinata can change herself if she wants to, and who encourages her to defeat Neji. Because Naruto has faith in her, Hinata refuses to forfeit and prepares to fight. Neji is surprised by the new confidence in her. Hinata and Neji exchange gentle fist blows, but only Neji's are effective, which he reveals to be because he sealed her tenketsu at the start of the fight. Although her attacks are ineffective against him, Hinata continues fighting, in the process enduring mounting internal trauma from Neji's counterattacks. Neji repeatedly tells her to forfeit, but Hinata refuses, unwilling to back down both as a matter of principle and because Naruto continues to cheer for her. Neji directly attacks Hinata's heart, leading all but Naruto to believe she's been defeated. When Hayate Gecko is about to declare Neji the winner, Naruto stops him and motions to Hinata struggling to her feet. Neji tells her that her attempts to fight her destiny are only bringing her harm, and she rebuts that his own attempt to fight the destiny of the branch house brings him even more harm. Neji is enraged and attempts to kill her, but he's stopped by the observing Jonin. Hinata collapses, the damage to her organs being too severe, and before she loses consciousness, she sees Naruto checking in on her. She wonders if she managed to change at all. She's taken away by a team of medical nin to be given emergency medical attention. After a month, on the day of the Chūnin Exams final matches, Hinata has recovered somewhat. Although she's supposed to take it easy, she practices at the third training ground. Naruto stops there on his way to the finals and is glad to see that she's better. Because he's scheduled to fight Neji, Naruto shares his concerns that he might not be strong enough to defeat him. Hinata says that she believes he is strong enough, and that even if he isn't physically strong, he has the strength of perseverance, a willingness to keep trying despite apparent failure until he finally conquers his obstacle. She admires him for that. Naruto is put at ease, thanks her, and informs her that his impression of her as weird was wrong, as he actually likes her. Hinata is left speechless as he walks away. Hinata watches Naruto's fight against Neji with Kiba. Seeing Naruto receive so many of Neji's attacks upsets Hinata and causes her internal injuries to begin bleeding again. Kiba gets an Anbu, Kabuto Yakashi, to treat her. Although the Anbu heals her, she is rendered unconscious and is thus unable to watch Naruto's defeat of Neji. Konoha Crush. In the anime, when the invasion of Konoha begins, the still unconscious Hinata is kidnapped by Kumonin. She's rescued by Neji, who has a change of perspective as a result of his loss to Naruto. Several days after the invasion is successfully repelled, Hinata attends the third Hokage's funeral. Sasuke Recovery Mission. According to Kiba, Hinata visited Naruto while he was in the Konoha hospital after his failed attempt to stop Sasuke Uchiha from defecting from Konoha. When she saw how badly hurt he was, she immediately fainted. Bikōchū Search Mission. In the anime, Team 8, at Hinata's insistence, helps Naruto find a Bikōchū, which he can use to locate Sasuke by scent. After a day of searching, Hinata goes off by herself and trains by a waterfall in order to create a new jutsu. Naruto sees her, though he doesn't realize it's Hinata. She becomes embarrassed when he later tells Kiba about the beautiful girl he saw. When they're attacked by members of the Kamizuru clan, Hinata uses her new protecting 8 trigram 64 palms to save her team. Although they ultimately fail in their plan to use the Bikōchū to find Sasuke, their near success earns praise from Hinata's father, Hiyashi. Academy Student Lead Mission. In the anime, Hinata is put in charge of a team of Academy students, Nobori, Daichi, and Matsuri, to teach them survival skills. Very little of their exercise is seen, but Hinata does teach her students how to establish a campsite. Gosunkugi Capture Mission. In the anime, Naruto, Kiba, and Hinata are assigned to catch a thief, Gosunkugi. Gosunkugi is captured by a bounty hunter before they can catch him themselves, for which reason their mission is officially deemed a failure. Buried Gold Excavation Mission. In the anime, Naruto, Kiba, and Hinata are sent on another mission together in order to improve their teamwork, which the previous mission failures suggest they lack. While searching for buried treasure, they're attacked by the Kedoin clan, who impersonate each of them so they can infiltrate Konoha and destroy it from within. Although they escape from the Kedoin, Naruto and Kiba must stop them by themselves due to a leg injury Hinata sustained. She later returned to Konoha and mistakenly attacked Naruto, whom she believed to be an imposter. Peddlers' Escort Mission. In the anime, Naruto, Hinata, and Choji Akamichi are sent to the land of vegetables to escort some merchants. A princess, Haruna, is embedded with the merchants, leading to an attack by the Genin. Hinata is tasked with guarding Haruna, and in the course of doing that, she fights and defeats Jiga. Lady Daimyō Search Mission. In the anime, Naruto, Kiba, and Hinata are sent to the land of Honey to search for the missing Kaio. When they start to notice something strange about the castle they're searching, Hinata uses her Byakugan to discover that the castle is alive. Sunagakure Support Mission. In the anime, Hinata and the Konoha 11 are sent to help the 3 Sand siblings defeat the 4 Celestial Symbols men. Shikamaru Nara, their team leader, assigns Neji, Hinata, and Shino to clear out the areas. After they get back to Konoha, in a scene that happens at the end of the Sasuke recovery mission in the manga, Hinata serves drinks to Neji and Hiyashi while they train together. At Neji's encouragement, Hinata watches Naruto as he departs Konoha for several years of training, vowing to work just as hard as he plans to. In Naruto's footsteps, the friends' paths. In the anime, Konoha and Sunagakure hold a joint Chūnin exam 2 years after Naruto's departure, which Team 8 once again enters. During the first exam, Hinata, Kiba, and Shino are seated in different rooms and are tasked with getting a combined score of exactly 100 points on their written test despite their separation. Neji comes up with the idea for teams to communicate which questions to answer by producing vibrations on the walls. After the initial testing period is over, they're given a bonus question. Each team must unanimously select one of their members to disqualify from the rest of the exams. Team 8 selects nobody, which is the correct answer, which qualifies them for the next phase. Those who pass the first test must reach the Demon Desert within 3 days in order to participate in the second exam. Team 8 successfully does so, and they are given the same objective as they had in the exam several years ago: obtain a scroll from another team. Team 8 eventually encounters Team Kazami, who is able to steal their scroll during the ensuing fight. Despite Team Kazami's attempts to prevent Team 8 from pursuing them, Shino is able to track them using his Kikaichu. During their search, Team 8 is ambushed by Team Kazami, though they are able to escape thanks to Shino's insect clone. They regroup and then re-engage with Team Kazami, with Kiba ultimately defeating them. With their own scroll back and with Team Kazami's scroll now in their possession, Team 8 heads to the center of the desert to turn in the scrolls. Team 8 gets lost in a sandstorm along the way. They're rescued by one of the exam's proctors, who brings them to where all the other examinees are being assembled. They're informed that the Chūnin exams have been cancelled. Reports on the participants' performances will be sent back to their villages, leaving their promotion up to their superiors. When they get back to Konoha, the 5th Hokage promotes Hinata, Kiba, and Shino to Chūnin. Tenchi Bridge Reconnaissance Mission. 2.5 years after Naruto left Konoha to train, Hinata heads to a meeting with Kiba and Shino. As she approaches them, she sees them talking to Naruto. She screams in surprise and hides behind a fence when she tries to build up the courage to greet him. Having heard her scream, Naruto investigates the source and, finding Hinata, says hello to her, inadvertently making her collapse from shock. Naruto invites Team 8 to help him on a mission to find Sasuke, but they can't since they've already got another assignment. Three Tails appearance. In the anime, Kakashi Hatake recruits Team 8's members to help him investigate one of Orochimaru's recently discovered bases. During their investigation, they're attacked by some of Orochimaru's subordinates, Team Guren. When Kiba struggles against Nurari, Hinata switches with him, using her Byakugan to navigate through the smoke Nurari employs. The team's leader, Guren, soon traps Team 8 in her Jade Crystal Labyrinth technique. Although the labyrinth's reflective surface makes it difficult for her to focus with her Byakugan, Hinata is able to locate Guren and defeat one of her Jade Crystal clones, but is then encased in a crystal prison, where she remains until found by Team 7. When they come across the Three Tails, Hinata is assigned to a team tasked with sealing it. They're interrupted by Team Guren before they can complete the four-corner sealing barrier, prompting Konoha to recall them and send Anbu to seal the Three Tails in their place. Itachi Pursuit Mission. Teams 7 and 8 are combined into an 8-man squad with the mission of locating Sasuke or Itachi Uchiha. When they split up to search, Naruto, because he's a target of Akatsuki, is given a protective escort in the form of Hinata, Yamato, and Bull. Their group is soon confronted by Kabuto Yakushi, who offers them intel on Akatsuki and its members. Noticing something strange about Kabuto, Hinata examines him with her Byakugan and discovers that a third of his body has been taken over by Orochimaru's remains. Kabuto escapes and they later regroup with the rest of the team. Kiba is able to find Sasuke's trail, which they begin following. Fated battle between brothers. As they near Sasuke's location, they're intercepted by Tobi of Akatsuki. They make repeated attempts to kill or capture him, but every attack passes through him without any sign of damage. Suspecting a genjutsu is being used, Hinata searches the area with her Byakugan to locate a caster, but can find nobody. She focuses on Tobi's chakra signature to try and understand how his ability works, but is mystified when it simply vanishes. Tobi leaves them when he receives news that Itachi has died while fighting Sasuke. Hinata uses her Byakugan to locate where their fight took place, and they rush to reach Sasuke before Tobi does, but they're too late and cannot rediscover his trail. Six Tails Unleashed. In the anime, Katsuyu meets them as they return to Konoha to give them a new mission, helping the Tsuchigumo clan protect its forbidden technique. Kakashi sends the rest of Team 7 to complete the mission while he returns to the village with Team 8. Pain's Assault. When Pain's assault on Konoha begins, Hinata joins her teammates in defending the village. Pain later destroys the village, but Hinata is saved from harm by Katsuyu. Hinata's bodyguard, Hyūga, is not as fortunate, but he refuses Hinata's attempts to find him medical attention. Hinata watches as Naruto fights Pain alone, initially obeying Katsuyu and Ko's instructions not to interfere. After Naruto is captured by Pain's Diva Path, however, Hinata does not hesitate to come to his defense, forcing the Diva Path away from him. Naruto pleads for her to run away, telling her that she can't defeat Pain. Despite knowing this already, she tells Naruto that she still will fight Pain, because after years of watching him and improving herself by following his example, Hinata loves Naruto and will do what she can to protect him. Hinata starts attacking the Diva Path with her gentle step twin lion fists. In the anime, she succeeds in removing some of the black receivers that restrain Naruto, and even hitting the Diva Path, but the outcome remains the same. The Diva Path quickly defeats her with Shinra Tensei. The Diva Path then stabs her with another black receiver, leading Naruto to believe that Hinata has been killed, and thus causing him to enter a version 2 form. Hinata, however, is still alive, and when Team Guy finds her, Neji gets her immediate medical attention. Sakura Haruno heals Hinata's injuries, allowing her to tearfully join in the village's celebration when Naruto returns after defeating Pain. 5 Kage Summit. News reaches Konoha of Sasuke's recent activity with Akatsuki, specifically his attack against Kumogakure Ninja. Hinata and the rest of the Konoha 11, while Naruto is absent, decide that Sasuke can no longer be allowed to implicate Konoha in his criminal deeds, and they resolve to personally kill him. When Naruto returns to Konoha after learning of this and having his own confrontation with Sasuke, he requests that they leave dealing with Sasuke to him. Power. In the anime, Hinata is part of a team of reinforcement sent to Tonika Village to help Team 7 in the fight against Kabuto Yakashi. Hinata attempts to stop the nine-tailed Naruto clone from taking chakra from Naruto, but she fails and is saved by Neji. Paradise Life on a Boat. In the anime, Hinata meets with Kurenai and is told that several members of the Konoha 11 have encountered Naruto while he travels to the Land of Lightning. When Hinata is summoned to a meeting with the 5th Hokage, Hinata is hopeful that she will also get sent on such a mission. After much searching for where exactly the Hokage is, Hinata is disappointed to learn that the Hokage only wants to discuss Neji's selection to lead the Hyuga during the approaching 4th Shinobi World War. She is later invited to Yakiniku-Kyu to have dinner with other girls in her age group. The dinner's conversation turns to Naruto, during which Hinata realizes that she doesn't need to go on a mission with Naruto to be able to help him. 4th Shinobi World War, Confrontation. When the 4th Shinobi World War begins, Hinata is placed alongside Neji in the 2nd Division. Their entire division is sent to intercept a large segment of the White Zetsu army, which Neji and Hinata join forces in attacking after Kitsuchi unearths the Zetsu army. Although the Zetsus suffer heavy casualties, their numbers are too great and the fight becomes one of attrition. After a day of fighting, Neji collapses from exhaustion, at which point Hinata takes responsibility for monitoring the 2nd Division's perimeter with a Byakugan. Shino encourages her not to overexert herself, but she assures him that she doesn't mind since she's fighting to keep Naruto alive. In the anime, Hinata, Kiba, and Shino investigate a possible breach of the Allied Shinobi Force's perimeter. They discover several White Zetsus within Allied territory, and in the fight to destroy them, Hinata is knocked unconscious. One Zetsu impersonates her and successfully pretends to be her for a time, using its knowledge of her feelings for Naruto, but Kiba and Shino eventually discover it and after defeating it, rescue Hinata. On the 2nd day of the war, Hinata helps members of the 2nd Division escape the area of Neji's fight with the reincarnated Kidomaru. She later finds Neji unconscious with Kiba and Akamaru. Hinata examines their bodies with her Byakugan and discovers that their chakra flow has completely stopped. She reports this to Inoichi Yamanaka, who is able to use the information to help Naruto save them. Hinata tearfully hugs Neji when he wakes up. With all levels of the allied shinobi forces infiltrated by disguised white Zetsus, Hinata and others are placed on high alert due to periodic surprise attacks by what they thought were their allies. When Naruto reaches the 2nd Division's location, he starts identifying and defeating the disguised Zetsus, including 3 that attempt to attack Hinata. Although Neji is suspicious that Naruto might also be a white Zetsu, Hinata insists it's the real Naruto, which she can tell by looking in his eyes. Hinata apologizes to Naruto for the suspicion he's receiving and regrets that he is still needing to save her when she's the one trying to fight for him. Naruto reassures her that she's strong enough to look after herself. He's merely returning the favor for all the times in the past she's helped him. She silently thanks him as he leaves. 4th Shinobi World War, Climax. Hinata and the rest of the allied shinobi forces are sent to assist Naruto in his battle with the Ten Tails. Recognizing how crucial Naruto is to the war's victory, Hinata, Neji, and Hiyashi join forces to block attacks directed at him. Neji and Hiyashi quickly become preoccupied protecting other allies from the Ten Tails too, leaving only Hinata to defend Naruto. The Ten Tails fires several volleys of wood projectiles at him, which Hinata uses her body to defend him from. Neji in turn uses his body to defend her and is mortally wounded because of it. Watching Hinata crying for him as he dies, Neji observes that Hinata was willing to die for Naruto, which he uses as evidence that Naruto is responsible for more lives than his own. He then dies from the injuries. Naruto is disheartened by the deaths of Neji and others in the Alliance. When he starts to show signs of giving up, Hinata brings him back to his senses by reminding him of his vow not to let any of his friends die. Although Neji may be dead, he will live on so long as others continue the fight that he gave his life for. Therefore, Naruto must stay true to the creed he's been using for so long, and that she has long since adopted for herself, to not give up. Naruto's resolve is renewed, and he thanks her for standing by his side. He then takes her hand and transfers some chakra to her, giving her a version 1-like shroud that protects her and augments her attacks against the Ten Tails. As Naruto leads the Alliance's attacks against the Ten Tails, his arm becomes dislocated. Hinata sets it back in place, allowing him to remove the Ten Tails from the control of Madara and Obito Uchiha. The extended fighting eventually starts to tire Naruto out, so Hinata rallies a defense around him while Sakura Haruno heals him. She later joins Team 8's attack on the Ten Tails clones. She starts performing the 8 trigrams, 64 palms on a Ten Tails mini-clone, but stumbles midway and fears she may not be able to complete it. By thinking of Neji and Naruto, she finds the resolve to follow through to its end and defeats the clone. She then prepares to use her gentle step twin lion fists. Birth of the Ten Tails Jinchūriki. When the Ten Tails suddenly disappears from the battlefield, Sakura asks what Hinata saw with her Byakugan. Hinata explains that she saw the Ten Tails being absorbed into Obito, meaning that he has become its Jinchūriki. Because of the abilities this grants Obito, Hinata and most of the rest of the Alliance stand no chance against him and must leave the fighting to others such as Naruto and Sasuke. But Hinata remains alert for opportunities to contribute and pitches in when they emerge, first by joining the rest of the Konoha 11 in hitting Obito with one of Naruto's Rasengan, and then by assisting the rest of the Alliance with pulling the tailed beast's chakra from Obito's body. With Obito defeated, Naruto goes off to fight Madara, leading the allied shinobi forces to fight a final Zetsu. As they struggle against the Zetsu, Kiba senses Naruto's return to their battlefield, and Hinata seeks him out with her Byakugan. She becomes horrified as she notices that his heartbeat is slowing and runs to provide assistance, but she collapses from exhaustion midway and can only plead Neji to help Naruto. When Madara casts the infinite Tsukiyomi upon the world, Hinata, alongside most people, is immobilized by the Genjutsu and restrained by the Ten Tails' roots. Kaguya Ōtsutsuki strikes. While trapped, Hinata dreams of sitting on a park bench with Naruto while they are watched in secret by Neji and Hanabi. Naruto and Sasuke eventually release the infinite Tsukiyomi, freeing Hinata and the rest of the world, and thus ending the 4th Shinobi World War. They all return to Konoha to bury the dead from the war, with Team Kurenai and Naruto paying their respects at the mass funeral. Kakashi Hiden, lightning in the icy sky. Over a year after the end of the war, when Naruto starts spreading unsavory rumors about Kakashi Hatake's relationship with Kaio, Hinata is one of the many villagers to pretend to regard Kakashi with disgust. Kakashi hits Naruto when he discovers that Naruto is the source of these rumors, causing Hinata to actually regard Kakashi with disgust. The last, Naruto the movie. 2 years after the war, as the Rinne festival approaches, Hinata decides to confess her feelings for Naruto by knitting a scarf for him, a replacement for the one he gave her when they were children. Although she completes the scarf, Hinata struggles to bring herself to actually give it to him, and it is only at the encouragement of Sakura and Hanabi that Hinata finally approaches Naruto. Once she finds him at Ramen Ichiraku, Hinata is intimidated, first by Naruto's many other female admirers, and then by the fact that he's already wearing a scarf that he clearly cherishes. Assuming she lost her chance to be with him, Hinata runs off. As she cries over the scarf alone, she's approached by Teneri Ōtsutsuki, who requests to be given the scarf instead. He captures her with his puppets, and they try escaping Konoha with her, but Naruto defeats the puppets and rescues her. The scarf she made is ripped in the battle. In place of Hinata, Teneri is able to successfully kidnap Hanabi. Hinata requests to be added to the team sent to rescue her. After leaving Konoha, Hinata is able to find Hanabi's trail using her Byakugan, which leads them to an underground passage. Shortly after entering the passageway, the team is trapped in a genjutsu that dredges up old memories. While Hinata relives moments from her past that relate to Naruto, the scarf, which she's in the process of repairing, gets loose from her bag and wraps around Naruto, sharing her memories and corresponding feelings with him. Sakura is able to release them from the genjutsu, and they start to continue ahead. Hinata is held back by Teneri, who expresses his desire to marry her. He explains that he has taken Hanabi's Byakugan for himself in order to carry out Hamura Ōtsutsuki's decree to destroy the Earth, after which he can create a new world with Hinata's help. Hinata refuses to cooperate and vows to save Hanabi on her own, to which Teneri observes she doesn't really know where Hanabi is. Teneri tells Hinata that he'll return later for her answer. Naruto and Hinata reunite with the rest of the team and exit the underground passage, arriving in what they later discover is the moon's interior. They split up to explore the surrounding landscape, with Naruto spending more time with Hinata. He now displays a greater interest in her thoughts and well-being, pleasing Hinata and giving her greater resolve to complete the scarf. As she's about to confide in him what Teneri told her, the rest of the team locates them and asks Hinata to look at a crypt they've found. There, Hinata is confronted by another member of the Ōtsutsuki clan, who shows her visions of how to stop Teneri and who introduces her to Hamura himself, who asks her to save the Earth. Hinata does not share her visions with the others and starts diligently trying to complete the scarf. When they make camp later that night, Naruto confronts Hinata and assures her they will save Hanabi. He also tells her that he loves her, leaving her speechless. Rather, when Teneri comes for Hinata's answer, she gives the finished scarf to Naruto with her goodbyes and leaves with Teneri. When Naruto asks Hinata if it's a lie that she will marry Teneri, she reluctantly does not deny it. Upon seeing Naruto being hit by Teneri's attack, Teneri immediately put her to sleep. After she wakes up in Teneri's castle, Hinata checks on Hanabi to make sure she's alright, and then locates the Tensaigon that Teneri is using to control the moon's movements against the Earth. She spends her time making yet another scarf, and when she has the chance, she slips away to try and destroy the Tensaigon. She's found by Teneri's puppets, and Teneri himself detains her. Hinata tries to reason with Teneri that Hamura never wished to destroy Earth, but he doesn't listen. After which, Teneri destroys the new scarf, which is actually meant for Naruto, and places her under his control. After being placed inside of a picture frame, Hinata sheds a tear over regret about betraying Naruto. Hinata is forced to go through with a wedding ceremony, but as Teneri is about to kiss Hinata, Naruto interrupts the wedding. After Teneri leaves with her, Naruto is able to release her from Teneri's control, at which point she apologizes to him for her earlier behavior, though he states he already understands and forgives her. Teneri becomes distracted by his own awakening Tensaigon, allowing Hinata to escape with Naruto to the primary Tensaigon's location. Because she possesses Hamura's chakra, only Hinata is able to destroy it. However, she lacks the raw strength to do so, and must instead channel her chakra into Naruto so they can destroy it together. With it gone, the moon's movements stop, and the puppets that the rest of the team is elsewhere fighting are rendered inert. The team then reunites with them, bringing along a rescued Hanabi and the remains of Hinata's scarf. Even though it's in tatters, Naruto asks if he can have it anyway, which Hinata happily complies with. Teneri uses his own awakened Tensaigon to resume the moon's movements toward the Earth. He then attacks them and captures Hinata, forcing her to watch as he tries to kill Naruto. Naruto ends up defeating him instead, and Hinata, once freed, takes back Hanabi's eyes. Teneri tries to make one final attack, and Naruto and Hinata prepare to face him together, but Teneri is knocked into space by the statue. Naruto saves him, and Teneri gives up, allowing Hinata to tell him Hamura's true wishes, to protect the Earth, not destroy it. Teneri is repentant and remains behind when they head home, vowing not to let the moon endanger the Earth again. As they return through the same passage they used before, Hinata asks Naruto about the scarf he's been wearing. He tells her it was a gift from his mother, causing her embarrassment that she would be jealous. Upon hearing Naruto say that he wants to spend the rest of his life with her, Hinata sheds tears of joy. As the passageway disintegrates behind them, Naruto propels himself and Hinata back to Earth, where they share their first kiss. Sakura Hiden, thoughts of love riding upon a spring breeze. After returning from the moon as an official couple, the news of their relationship spread like wildfire, leading to former classmates and older ninja teasing them. Months later, Hinata and Naruto organized to go on their first date to Ramen Ichiraku, as they were both off duty for once. Running into Sakura along the way, Hinata invited her to join them, but she declined. Later, the couple learned that she had been kidnapped by Kido Sumiki, leading them to joining Kakashi and going to rescue her. On finding Sakura, they discovered she had already defeated Kido, prompting them to congratulate her on her victory. Konoha Hiden, the perfect day for a wedding. In the weeks leading up to her wedding, Hinata was busy preparing for the wedding ceremony that was going to be held at the Hokage Rock. On the day of the event, in the waiting room, Hinata was unbearably happy standing next to the man she loved. As Hiyashi and Hanabi entered the room, Hinata took Naruto's arm and held on tight before the two got married. Sasuke Shinden, Book of Sunrise. When enemy ninja infiltrate Konoha, Hinata uses her Byakugan to locate the intruders and neutralizes them with her gentle fist. New era. Shortly after getting married, Hinata and Naruto had a son, and 2 years later they had a daughter. On the day of Naruto's Hokage inauguration years later, Hinata volunteered to pick up his official Hokage Haori with plans to meet him at the ceremony. When she arrived there, Naruto and their children had yet to arrive, leading to her returning home to find them. There, she discovered Naruto unconscious with his Tenketsu sealed, leaving Hinata confused about who could have done it. Academy Entrance Arc. In the anime, on the day before the entrance ceremony for Boruto to attend the academy, Hinata begins telling her children again about how her time in the academy with Naruto was, only for Boruto to show no interest as he had already heard the story before. After Boruto's antics caused damage to the Hokage Rock, he was suspended for 2 weeks from the academy, during which Hinata kept a close watch on him, making sure he didn't fall behind in his studies. When Boruto began seeing strange things that others couldn't, he asked Hinata about the Byakugan, which she explained to him. Later, after a troubling change in his behavior, Boruto declared to his parents that he had awakened his Byakugan, shocking everyone. Hinata advised Boruto to go to Hiyashi for better answers about his dojutsu. Later, when she discovered that Boruto was skipping classes, thanks to a poorly written excuse from his classmate Mitsuki, Hinata quickly confronted her son. The following day, Hinata met with Shino, and it was ultimately decided that Boruto would have to make up the time he missed with after-school classes. After Boruto left, Hinata talked more with Shino, apologizing for the trouble Boruto was causing, noting that he wanted her husband's attention to the point where, like his father, Boruto wants to make a name for himself. Shino then convinced Hinata to talk to Naruto about Boruto's actions. When Naruto came home late, briefly for a change of clothing, the two spoke. Naruto expressed regret at not being a more attentive father, feeling that his lack of actual parenting growing up made him subpar as one himself. Hinata insisted that for all of Boruto's actions, deep down he understands Naruto's responsibilities as Hokage. Later, Hinata made a big feast to welcome Mitsuki. Much to her joy, Naruto was also joining them for dinner as he finished work early. However, as dinner was about to begin, learning from one of his dispersed clones, Naruto left to investigate a strange release of chakra spreading throughout the village. Sarada Uchiha Arc. In the anime, when Himawari fell sick due to a fever, Boruto and Naruto argued about giving her rice porridge or hamburger steaks while Hinata was administering the medicine she picked up. When Hinata returned to the kitchen and saw this, she got angry and kicked both of them out of the house due to their noisiness. On the day of the 5 Kage summit in Konoha, Hinata and Himawari visit Neji's grave and place sunflowers on it, while assuring Himawari that he's happy with the flowers. Later, when Naruto is going to leave Konoha in order to investigate something with Sasuke, Hinata sends Boruto to deliver lunch to him. Naruto Shinden, Parent and Child Day. When Konohagakure started a new annual holiday, Parent and Child Day, Hinata decided to spend it at her father's place while her kids stayed with Naruto. At the end of the day, Himawari returned home with Naruto, and Hinata affectionately watched over Himawari as she slept with the Shukaku doll that Naruto purchased for her snuggled in between them. School Trip Arc. In the anime, Hinata saw off Boruto as he joined his class for a field trip to Kirigakure, who promised Himawari he would bring her back a souvenir. However, upon his return, Boruto had forgotten to bring her said souvenir. Hinata initially stayed quiet about it, even as Himawari was upset about this. When Boruto asked about Himawari's attitude, Hinata reminded Boruto of his promise. While Boruto sought to fake forgetting by getting her a Kiri gift, Hinata suggested he just come clean with Himawari. Graduation Exams Arc. In the anime, as graduation exams for the ninja classes were nearing, Boruto was accompanied by Hinata for his interview on his goals for the future. Hinata was annoyed to learn that Boruto never considered his goals. Later, when Boruto asked her why she originally became a ninja, she said it was practically an obligation back in the day, especially when coming from a noble ninja clan like the Hyūga. Genin Mission Arc. In the anime, as Boruto prepared for his first Genin mission, Hinata saw him off and wished her son good luck. Byakuya Gang Arc. In the anime, when the Byakuya Gang acted in Konoha, Himawari asked Hinata if they were good or bad over dinner. Boruto thought they were bad, but Hinata said not all people are good or evil. The next day, Hinata watched Konoha citizens protesting in front of the Kaminarimon company over the television. Versus Momoshiki Arc. In the anime, on the day of Boruto's birthday, Hinata and Himawari worked to prepare a party. While inviting different people, Hinata was sad to learn that Naruto was too busy to show up. Later that night, Naruto returned exhausted from work, to which Hinata helped him. While cleaning Naruto's office at home, Himawari discovers the jacket that Naruto used to wear, which Hinata smiles at. Because it's Himawari's birthday, Hinata takes her out to buy food and decorations for the party later that night. They run into Boruto while they're out and he offers to carry his mother's bags. By the time they get home, they discover that Naruto is already there, having made a point to be home on time for the occasion. When Naruto later starts carrying Himawari's cake to the table to be served, he suddenly disappears, being only a shadow clone. The cake falls on the floor, making Himawari sad and Boruto angry. Hinata tries to convince Boruto that Naruto is doing the best he can, but he leaves in anger and Hinata can only comfort Himawari. Sasuke later drops by looking for Naruto, so Hinata directs him to the Hokage office. Boruto enters the Chūnin Exams being held in Konoha and advances to the final round matches. While Hinata watches the fights with Himawari, Naruto approaches her and asks that she watch Boruto closely with her Byakugan. In doing so, she notices that he's using the Kote, a prohibited device that forces Naruto to disqualify him and leaves her disappointed in her son. The stadium is then immediately attacked by Kinshiki and Momoshiki Ōtsutsuki, and Hinata evacuates with the other spectators. When she learns that Naruto has been captured by Kinshiki and Momoshiki, Hinata goes after them in an effort to rescue him and is badly injured. Sakura heals her, but when she's told that Boruto plans to join Sasuke's rescue effort, she forces herself up so she can stop him from going. When she sees him wearing Naruto's old jacket, she is reminded of his father and decides to believe in Boruto just as she always believes in Naruto. Naruto is eventually rescued and life in Konoha returns to normal. After having breakfast with her family, Hinata starts to repair the damage Boruto received to his own jacket, but he asks her not to, believing it looks cooler while damaged, much to her pleasant surprise. She and Himawari see Naruto and Boruto off at the front door, wishing them both luck with their respective days. Mitsuki's Disappearance Arc. When Konohagakure was put on lockdown after the apparent betrayal of Mitsuki, Boruto decided to leave the village in search of the truth, convincing Sarada to come with him. Hinata became deeply worried about her son and likewise apologized to Sakura for him involving Sarada. Sakura, however, insisted that both kids knew what penalties they would probably face with his action and was sure they would be fine, which comforted Hinata somewhat. Upon Boruto's return home, an angry and relieved Hinata joined Himawari in hugging Boruto to welcome him back. One Tail Escort Arc. In the anime, as Hinata was preparing a family camping trip, Boruto explained that he was going on a training mission with Team 7, unaware that Boruto was really going to find Sasuke to train with him. Later, Boruto returned to the village along with Naruto and the kettle-sealed Shukaku. With Urashiki Ōtsutsuki pursuing the tailed beast, it was decided that Naruto would safeguard Shukaku, during which Hinata allowed the children to watch over the tailed beast while she was happy to have extra time with her entire family. Later, when a more proper safe house for Shukaku was prepared, Naruto proceeded to have the tailed beast moved to it. Time Slip Arc. Later, Hinata watched as an eager Boruto quickly finished his breakfast in hopes to train more with Sasuke. Hinata noted that Boruto was just like Naruto at that age, always eager to train with his mentor Jiraiya. Hinata then showed Himawari and Boruto a photo of the Sannin, who Himawari noted looked eccentric and wild. Hinata told her kids about Jiraiya's greatness as a ninja and how influential he was to Naruto, even becoming a father figure. Later that night, Hinata found Boruto looking through Naruto's belongings for the Icha Icha series, hoping to learn more about Jiraiya and the wisdom it gave. After glancing at a few pages and seeing its adult content, Hinata sternly forbade Boruto from reading the books, insisting that he was too young. Meanwhile, the grown-up Sasuke and Boruto were later sent back in time to shortly after Sasuke's defection. There, the two pretended to be traveling performers and were put under watch by Naruto. Past Hinata met her future son, who, despite her normally shy nature, felt calm and open to Boruto. Later, she and her friends helped Boruto and Naruto clean up a bathhouse after the commotion Naruto and Jiraiya caused. Days later, after Sasuke and Boruto managed to kill Urashiki and end his terror, they decided to return to their time promptly to preserve the timeline. To ensure that, Sasuke first used his Sharingan to erase the memories of everyone he and Boruto came in contact of the recent events. Back in the present, Hiyashi's birthday was fast approaching, and it was suggested by Hanabi to throw a party for him. Hinata helped Himawari pick out a scarf for him as a present. At the party, Hinata joined her family in a group photo as suggested by Boruto. Kara Actuation Arc. In the anime, Hinata was heartbroken when she learned her son was viciously defeated in battle by Deepa. As Boruto was operated on, she and Himawari watched in concern. Naruto soon arrived, equally concerned about his son. Upon seeing that he was stabilized, Naruto assured his family that Boruto was going to be fine, much to Hinata's relief. After Boruto was released from the hospital and began training under Kakashi Hatake to grow stronger, while her daughter was still concerned for Boruto, Hinata insisted that Boruto was a true ninja and desired to be of true aid to others. Instead, Hinata suggested that Himawari help cheer Boruto on by helping her mother make a bento and deliver it to him. In the following days, as Hinata continued to provide support for Boruto by bringing him lunches while training, she discovered that Sakura was growing concerned for Sarada's well-being in her own training, especially given the Uchiha's history with loss. Ino and Hinata decided to take Sakura on a girls' night to talk. They insisted that as mothers themselves, they too fear for their children's well-being, but they have to have faith that they are strong and can endure. The words managed to cheer up Sakura. Ao Arc. In the anime, Hinata attended the memorial service for the fallen people of the Fourth Shinobi World War, holding a portrait of Neji in his honor. Kawaki Arc. When Boruto's team returned from their mission with a mysterious boy of unique abilities, rather than lock him up, Naruto, sympathizing as a former man-made potential weapon, decided to treat the boy as a guest to the village and let him live at his home. During which, despite Hinata treating him with kindness like any other, the rebellious boy kept seeing everyone as his enemy. He soon made his move to escape, only to be stopped by Naruto's brief show of power. When Boruto returned, he and the boy got into a confrontation over the latter's recent actions, destroying Himawari's personal vase, which she made as a gift to Hinata. As Himawari began cleaning up the broken pieces, the boy gruffly apologized for his unintentional mistake, introducing himself as Kawaki. Later, as Kawaki attempted to find a missing fragment of the vase, Naruto doubted he'd be able to find it, as Hinata cleans the house every day. Hinata and Himawari left the shop for dinner just before Jigen appeared in their home. Chūnin Re-examination Arc. In the anime, following Ishiki Ōtsutsuki's defeat, a personal Chūnin exam for Konoha was set up. Hinata cheered on her son during the events. By the end, Boruto failed to be promoted, but Hinata happily joined her family for dinner. As Kawaki continued to show a distant nature, Hinata recognized his efforts to open up to others, still struggling from his harsh upbringing and captivity under Kara. Great Sea Battle of Kirigakure Arc. In the anime, Hinata joined her family for a vacation to a hot spring inn won by Himawari in a raffle. She and Naruto beat Boruto and Kawaki at ping pong with their superior teamwork, Hinata in particular being an excellent player. Kawaki and Himawari Academy Arc. In the anime, Hinata was glad to hear that Himawari was having a good time in the academy. Later, she was surprised to learn that Himawari had not actually decided on becoming a shinobi, but rather saw the academy as an opportunity to learn more about herself and meet people. Hinata and Naruto were happy to see how maturely Himawari was taking her experiences. Code Arc. After Jigen, leader of Kara, was able to infiltrate Konoha and critically injured Naruto and Sasuke in an attempt to reclaim Kawaki, Hinata and her family were relieved when Naruto made a quick recovery. Later, following Ishiki's permanent death, they decided to throw a welcome dinner party for Kawaki, to show he was truly welcomed in the Uzumaki home. While Kawaki asked to throw away a box of old magazines, Hinata watched a movie with Naruto with emotion. Later, Boruto rushed in to alert his parents that Kawaki had evaded surveillance and left the village. When learning that Boruto and Kawaki were in trouble, Hinata was determined to help her husband with the rescue, only to be reminded that she needed to look after Himawari should the worst happen. She reluctantly conceded, praying for all of them to return safely. When Boruto was called in for his first mission in a long time, Hinata cried, worried that this time he might not come back, despite his assurance he would return. After he left, Himawari told her she could help Boruto if she became a shinobi, and asked if it would make her worry more instead. Naruto Shippuden the movie. As Team 7 heads to the 5th Hokage's office, they cross paths with Hinata and Shino. Naruto Shippuden the movie. Bonds. Following an attack on Konoha by the Land of the Sky, Naruto, Hinata, and Sakura are assigned to escort Amaru and Shino back to their village. When they reach that village, they find it destroyed, and Amaru, in her anguish, triggers a booby trap that Shino saves Amaru from. Apparently, they're badly wounded and seemingly dies, which Hinata confirms with her Byakugan. The rest of them split up to investigate the area, and Hinata is captured, imprisoned with the rest of the villagers. Amaru later finds them, frees them, and evacuates them to safety. Naruto Shippuden the movie, The Will of Fire. When Naruto and Sakura go searching for the apparently missing nin Kakashi, Hinata is part of a team organized to stop them and bring them back. Although they do manage to find Naruto and Sakura, they're attacked by Hiruko's henchmen. The members of Team 8 end up fighting Ni and her Chimera dogs. Though they defeat her, Ni fuses with her teammates, Ichi and San, into a massive flying beast. As the rest of the Konoha 11 distracts the beast, Hinata and Neji use their gentle fist to destroy it. Hiruko repairs the beast, forcing the Konoha 11 to pool their attacks against it. Hinata and Neji's contribution is the 8 trigrams 64 palms. The beast and Hiruko are ultimately destroyed. Naruto the movie, Blood Prison. Hinata is part of a team sent to the Blood Prison to rescue Naruto, who is wrongly imprisoned there. She becomes worried when he's impaled and is relieved when he's rescued by Ryozetsu. Road to Ninja, Naruto the movie. Hinata and the rest of the Konoha 11 fight off an attack by what seems to be the entire Akatsuki roster, but what are actually disguised parts of the White Zetsu army. When Naruto and Sakura are sent to the Genjutsu world, they meet that world's Hinata. She's dressed provocatively and is more assertive and confident. She's aggressively infatuated with the Genjutsu world's Naruto to the point of threatening any girl who's with him. Sakura becomes frightened by Hinata's threat to kill her for flirting with Naruto. Did you enjoy our video? Be sure to check out these other great videos from the Amagi, and make sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.